Okay, I'm just gonna put an image up of this. And, alright, let's see. We want you to know we've been seeing all your feedback and we hear you. I mean, I don't know how you couldn't have been seeing it. We've been screaming about what's wrong with the game for like fucking how long has it been? 6 years? Alright. Committed to growing The Sims as a game, blah blah blah. Okay. Oh boy, starting off with this shit. We're working on adding significantly more skin tones before the end of the year, and we'll share news on our progress soon. Expand representation, blah blah blah. Is not one step but a journey. Alright. Okay, first of all, you they this game has been out for 6 years, I think. I'm pretty sure. I'm just gonna say six. Basically 6 years. And it's only recently that the people they actually they barely listen to the Game Changers, but they at least perceive noise when the Game Changers talk. But like, yeah, I think Lil Simsy said something about the skin tones recently, and somebody else, I think. I've actually, yeah, like a few people that they actually perceive when they talk has said something recently. So this is the only reason that basically they're just now hearing about this, because they so completely ignore everybody else that have been complaining about this since the game started. And even now, like, you can, okay, when the game first came out, I believe there were, I forget how many skin tones there were, but they have added more. They did add more at some point, but even so, what you have to choose from is not, it's still not good enough. It's not enough. And like the darker skin tones especially, it's been like, they've been complaining about this for years. And I mentioned before in the other video that there are modders who they can do this better in less time. Why? I'll fucking tell you why. It's because they actually give a shit. EA does not give a shit. They will not, for all their fucking going on about diversity and representation and all that shit. They don't give a fuck. And it's not just the darker skin tones. The light ones, they look like shit too. like you get the top row is all you look like a decomposing corpse, like with the fucking yellow skin, like it's either it all looks kind of shit, you know? And if they actually gave a shit about representation and diversity and all that shit, they wouldn't be having this conversation, because the skin tones, they would have already been, they would have been better, or they would have listened early on and fixed it, and it can be fixed because modders have done it, and like they're fucking modders compared to a professional game studio. You really think that it's realistic to expect us to believe that EA cannot, that they're not capable of doing what modders can? That is bullshit. Fuck off with that. So yeah, they don't give a shit, and they only acknowledge it when they're forced to. I mean, that's... yeah. And also, this is recent that like, the people they actually, like, perceive to exist have talked about it. And they've started doing that before the Star Wars thing happened, I think. I'm pretty sure. My sense of time is fucked. But, yes, and let's not pretend they've known about this for years. They've just been ignoring it. So they've known what the problem is for about 6 years, and now they are pretending that they've just now heard it, and that they need some time to come fix it. Okay, before the end of the year, it's September, so yeah, if it took longer than that, and if they are just now trying to fix it, then December, I guess, that would be a reasonable deadline, I guess. I don't know. I'm not... I don't know how long that's supposed to take. I don't know how long it took modders to do it, but it sure as hell didn't take them 6 years. I'll fucking tell you that. But let's they are not... They've known about this for years. And instead of focusing on the bare minimum of what makes the game even functional for a lot of people, instead of that, they are focusing on a shitty cash grab. And oh my god, I just everything I see about that, it just looks more like shit. So they're focusing on that when oh my god, this is fucking ridiculous. Okay, I need to move on. What else does this say? Alright, upcoming content. When we consider something for addition to the game, we consider what it will take to update it meaningfully. Do you? Oh, also, speaking of updates, I do really like that you can stack windows now. That is one thing that I do like. So, thanks, I guess. When we consider something, blah blah blah. This is just as true for babies as it would be for cars, bunk beds, or any number of feature requests. Sometimes there is foundational technology we need to work through, and sometimes we need to dig into designs more deeply to make sure we understand your expectations. I don't understand how you don't understand our expectations. Alright, just the things that you've mentioned here yourself. Babies. You did those in... Alright, in Sims... I've never played Sims 1. But in Sims 2, babies are a life stage, and you can pick them up, you can feed them, you can put them on the floor, you can put them in the crib. They wiggle their little fucking arms around sometimes, but they are a life stage in Sims 2. In Sims 3, they are also a life stage, and they can do all that shit like wiggle around. I think at Sims 3, I think they were in well, what's it called when you wrap them in a blanket? They were swaddled. But they could like wiggle around, and you could like pick them up and fucking care. You could separate them from the crib. They were not inanimate objects. So you have the ability to do this, and you just chose not to. You chose to make it apparently foundationally impossible or foundationally difficult to do something that was just fine and easy in the last two installments. So this is not untread ground. This isn't some Sims 5 shit where you have to like invent a whole new you're inventing all this new shit. Like I understand that Sims 4 was built on like a different engine or whatever. Something about the setup is different from the start, but this shit being foundationally impossible and taking 6 years to even try to figure out, you cannot. When you were first developing this game and you were building the foundational technology, you either by stupidity, intentionally, or you just ran out of time or some shit to put this, to make it even possible to put it in the game. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it has to be intentional on some level. Like, obviously. Like, and this shit is not, like I just said, it is not, you're not treading new ground. You've already done this. Previous games can already do this, already have this shit in there, which is why the fans are asking for it. And you just chose to not, you just chose to make it unavailable or unable to put that in there. Okay, alright. Okay, babies, alright. I talked about that. Cars. So we have a Millennium Falcon, but we can't fucking have a goddamn Subaru. Are you kidding me? Are you are you fucking? You're fucking with me. Fuck off. Okay. And like you can say that, oh, it's because it's not open world. Sims 2 had cars. Sims 2 was not open world. You were on your lot, you got in your car, and then you went to a community lot, and then you went back home. You couldn't visit other houses, but you still had cars, and you had the best fucking cars that I've ever seen in a Sims game, because you could open the door, you could get in there. It shows the car going down the driveway. It's fucking great. I love it. 10 out of 10 cars. Sims 3. You can put the driveway anywhere. That's great. Rotate it around, cool. Your car is in your pocket. When you go out, sure, whatever. It's not the best, but you have cars. It's fine, whatever. Sims 4. What the fuck is this? Are you have these assets for cars in the debug. I don't know if they're called assets at that point, but you have the model for a car, and you have the background train thing in one of the neighborhoods. You have implied vehicles, and but for some reason you can't drive around. You have roads. You have those ghost cars every once in a while, you know. But no, you can't get a car. You can't drive. You can't. It. Cool. But yet there's a Millennium Falcon. Cool. That makes a lot of sense. Focusing on this DLC bullshit instead of the core game. That's a real smart decision there. You stupid fuck. Okay. Okay, bunk beds. Oh yeah. For bunk beds and cars, modders have done that. It's not impossible. So fuck you. This whole argument of, oh, the game's not built for this or that thing in it. First of all, that's bullshit. You can put that in because modders have done that shit, and you've done it before, and but also, like I said, that's your own choice when you were first building the game, and yeah, this is bullshit. You just do not want to work on the things that we want. You just don't give a shit. Okay, work takes time. We don't update you until it's a thing. Okay, this reads like what does this remind me of? That whole, like, that is what this reminds me of. Yandere Simulator, where it's all like, oh, it takes a lot of time to finish a game. You don't understand how complicated this shit is, and it's just you're not doing the work. You're just bullshitting us, and then you start it, maybe, when we get loud enough, and then you're all like, oh, it takes so much time, when you're actually focusing on this fucking Star Wars bullshit instead. Alright. Yeah, I know, like, game development does take time. But this is bullshit. Okay. Alright. And like most of the world, we're adjusting to working from home. We have been asking for this shit long before the fucking coronavirus. You cannot use that as an excuse. Okay. Not about this, okay? Shut your fucking mouth. Okay. Matter of weeks, next expansion pack. You've been working on it since last year at the expense of the base game, at the expense of working on all the problems in your game, fixing anything that have been requested for 6 years. Instead of that, you're focusing on Star Wars bullshit. Cool. I want to set expectations now that cars, babies, farms, and bunk beds are not part of it. Honestly, okay, alright, so lower your expectations because we hear you and we're not listening. That's real cool. That's real cool of you. I like that. 10 out of 10. We understand how important these features are to you, but we want to be honest that you can go suck your own dick. Okay, thanks for your honesty. Oh my god. Are you fucking serious? We know you really want this shit, but we're not gonna give it to you. So fuck off and buy this Star Wars piece of shit. Oh boy. Oh boy. As a team, we're going to make more of an effort to communicate what's coming with more regularity and transparency, so that you continue to feel in the loop about new features, experiences, packs, and general information. Okay, it's not that, it's really not that that we don't know what you're doing, it's that what you're doing is fucking stupid. Okay. I don't know, maybe we are out of the loop. You know, I would really like to know, I would really like to know what kind of, I don't even give a shit. I don't give a shit. I'm not, I know that I see the, okay, whatever, I can't talk right now. Okay. Alright, that's it for now. You'll be hearing more from us soon. What we ask of you is to be kind, engage in constructive conversations with each other, and continue to celebrate what makes The Sims special to you. How nice. How flowery and reassuring, or whatever. I can't. Oh, you gotta be fucking with me. Oh my god. And I can assure you that we will continue to listen, continue to invest in The Sims 4, and continue to engage with you. We will continue to listen and then not. Are you fucking serious right now? This. Oh my god. Okay, so. Okay, we could not do what we do without our players. Sim Guru, Lindsay, and the Sims team. Okay, so you know full well what the problems are, what we've been asking for 6 years. You know that we care about it and why we care about it, especially the skin tone thing. And okay, so you're hearing all this input. It's going in your brain, and what comes out is Star Wars. Yeah. Fuck you. This is fucking ridiculous. All right. You know. I and the window thing. I that. Okay, part of me has a theory that they updated the windows right before this pack comes out to smooth things over, because the windows are dope as hell and I love them, and they're to just get the goodwill back up again before you shit right in our open mouths. And I was watching another video about this, which pointed out that on one of the buildings in the Star Wars trailer thing, the windows were stacked. So this is just for that. This is because of that pack, which I mean, thanks for the windows and all, but I'm still mad about this, and it's still bullshit. And the I play The Sims 4. Well, technically, I run the game, and I open the game, and I go on a lot, and I build a building with my screen capture on, and then what I do is I upload that, and then I exit the game, or what I do is I upload that to the gallery. Alright, so I upload it to the gallery, I exit the game, I take that video, and I go onto Windows Video Editor, speed it up, to do all that shit, make it a video, and then I upload that video to YouTube. When I open The Sims 3 or The Sims 2, I open the game, I play a family, I might do a building video, but more often than not, I actually play with The Sims, and I play the game. And the reason that I do that is because The Sims 2 and 3 has gameplay worth playing, and The Sims 4 is a half-baked bullshit generator with good building tools and a gallery, which is the most recently active gallery for me to share my builds. If The Sims 3, whatever they fucking called it, the whatever, if The Sims 3 gallery was still active, then I would be putting it there. But as it is right now, this is the most convenient and the most active, so the most people are going to go see it and find it. And actually, like, they do have the more convenient way to go on the gallery. That is why that's why I opened The Sims 4 in the first place. If I want to actually play The Sims, I will play 2 or 3. Because those games are actually worth playing. So that is what that is. I forget what. I lost my train of thought there. Yeah, this is bullshit, and I've only bought one Sims 4 expansion before, and I've never bought another one. I will not buy this one, and at this point, I would not buy any of them.